Hi, this is a pre-recorded lecture on bibliography published by Mangalore University as part of the syllabus Compulsory Foundation course in English for first semester BBA, sessions numbered 29 and 30. Let's look at how to prepare a bibliography, and later let us solve some of the exercises in degrees of comparison as well as bibliography. How do you search books in a library? Do you search the title or the author first? Have you observed how are books listed in a library? Just think what happens if details of books are not listed and made available. Can you locate a particular book if the correct details are unknown? Learning objective of this session is to enable students prepare bibliography. Then the session outcome is learners are intended to chart the format of a bibliography from the given information. Let's look at what bibliography is. Bibliography is the list of research sources. These research sources could be books, magazines, articles, videos, etc. So it's a list of research sources acknowledged at the end of the research project in a particular style. Alright? When we borrow information from a source and place it in our research writing, it is important to give credit to the original author. And this is done by creating an MLA, that is Modern Language Association citation, and placed as works cited at the end of our research project. There are two types of bibliography formats, popularly known as APA, American Psychological Association style, and MLA, Modern Language Association style. However, the Modern Language Association Handbook is the most popular one in humanity subjects. So this Modern Language Association Handbook is in its 8th edition, published in 2016, which is the most recent and updated version of MLA citations that standardizes the way scholars document their sources. So according to MLA format of documentation that is widely used by humanity subjects, author's last name followed by first name is entered first in a bibliography format. If the name is Girish Karnad, then the bibliography entry should be first surname Karnad separated by a comma, and then the we may say second name. Then the first name. So the first comes the surname, that is Karnad, and then the real, that is the name Girish. This author's name is followed by the title of the book or the article, depending on the source. If there is a subtitle in a book, then that is separated by a colon. Example, entrepreneurship, colon, a practical guide. So that is a subtitle. If there is no subtitle, then you will just write the title Yayati, or if it is not a book but an article, then you put the title of the article within inverted commas like that in the example shown, the Nazi genocide. Then comes the third entry is the volume number if it's a magazine or a journal. Example, volume dot whatever the number that is there. Then comes the fourth entry in a bibliography is the place of publication of the book. Example, it could be New Delhi, Hyderabad, Chennai, depending on the public, place of publication. Then comes the publishing company of the book. Example, Oxford or Peacock or Penguin, Orient Longman, Orient Black Swan, Zuban, Kali for Women, and so on. Then the next entry is date of publication. Example, you will write 2016 or whatever year the book is published. Then the page numbers if it is an article. Example, you write in small letters PP, then the page number of the starting of that article, then where that article ends. So that is how you enter in a bibliography. So just to sum up, author's name, title, place of publication, publisher, and year of publication. Alright. So book with one author or editor. So the book may be written by an author or it may be an edited book. Then how do you do it? If it's by one author, then you write a surname first. Karnad Girish, Yayati, New Delhi, Oxford, separated by a comma, year of publication 2016. Gay Peter, Pleasure Wars, New York, Norton, 1998. So the places where these details are mentioned mean that it is the author, the underlined part is a title, then the place of publication, publisher, separated by a comma, year of publication. If it is an edited text, then you write the editor's name, just surname first and then name as usual. Then you need to mention ED in small letters and put a full point. Then the title, Cultures of the Jews, subtitle, A New History, place of publication, New York, publisher Routledge, 2002, year of publication. If the book is written by two authors or editors, then how do you make a bibliography entry? It is simple. You write the surname first and the name next and put end, and then the second author's name will go as it is without changing the name and the surname. So Joseph Herbert M, follow the example, and Mary Jane. Then the title, The Legal, Ethical and International Environment of Business, 5th edition, Boston, East West Press, 2002. If it is an edited book by two authors, then Gupta Pradeep, surname first, and George Sampson, no surname first here as it is the name. Then the title, Crime Investigation, published in city Toronto, Canada, by Random Publications in the year 1998. So follow this example for the bibliography. Then look into the third one. If the source that you use in your research work is an article published in a magazine or journal or periodical or newsletter or newspaper with one or more authors, then how do you write it? Sabharwal Roshan, that is the surname first and name. Then you put the title of the article within inverted commas like that here shown. Subtle, pervasive, harmful, racist and sexist remarks in public as hate speech. This is the title of that article. Where is it published? Journal of Social Issues. Then 58 edition, second volume, published in 2002. Then comes the page number. So this article is published in page number 265 of this Journal of Social Issues. If it is a film or a movie, then how do you prepare the citation? This is like this. Burton Tim, that is surname first and name next. You will mention just like the editor. Here, because it's a movie, you will write in small letters DIR, which means director. Then the title of the movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The additional detail, based on book by Roald Dahl, Perf Johnny Depp. Then Warner Company released, the film is released by Warner Company in the year 2005. Look into the further bibliography exercises. Rearrange the following details according to the bibliographical procedures. Use proper punctuation marks where necessary. So this is given like this. Name of the book, The Invisible Man. Year of publication 2002. Name of the author, H.G. Wells. Publisher, Peacock Books. Place of publication, New Delhi. So in a haphazard manner, entries are shuffled and given. You need to locate what comes first, what comes next, where, what to be written, and so on. Same is the exercise. Name of the book, Yayati. Year of publication 1998. Name of the author, Girish Karnad. Publisher, Oxford. Place of publication, New Delhi. So you revise what you have learnt and prepare the bibliography. Rearrange the following details. Name of the book, Self-Help to English Conversation. Year of publication 2010. Name of the author, Rekha Chandra. Publisher, Goodwill Publishers. Place of publication, New Delhi. So hope you will understand that here in every correct bibliography, it is the author's name first with surname first, then the title, place of publication, publisher, and then year of publication. If it's an article, then the title of the article is The Anatomy of Violence. Name of the author of the article is Seema Malik. Name of the editor of that book where this article is found. The name of that editor is Raj Kumar. That title of the book is The Holocaust Omnibus. Year of publication is 2013. Published by Orient Longman at Hyderabad. And page numbers of the article are 68 to 112. So you need to rearrange these details according to the bibliography format. Look at some of the exercises in degrees of comparison. Identify the degrees of comparison. Peter is smarter than John. So what degree is the sentence? Which of the two sisters is the prettier? Apples are dearer than oranges. So you see all these three sentences are comparative degrees. Peter is the smartest boy in the class. So this is superlative degree. Iron is the most useful of all metals. Superlative. Alice is the prettiest girl in the neighborhood. Right? Again superlative. Look into other exercises. No other man was so strong as Hercules. Positive. Then if you convert the positive sentence into comparative, then it can be converted like this. Hercules was stronger than any other man. If you want to change it into superlative, then the superlative degree, the adjective should be used. Hercules was the strongest of all men. So you see strong, stronger, strongest. Look into the word great. Very few kings were so great as Ashoka. If you change it into comparative degree, Ashoka was greater than most other things. Then the superlative degree would be Ashoka was one of the greatest of kings. Right? Similarly, big, the adjective big. No other town in India is so big as Mumbai. Positive degree. Comparative, Mumbai is bigger than any other town in India. Superlative degree, Mumbai is the biggest town in India. Right? So, look into the other sentences and try to change them into the other two degrees. Afzal is not so strong as Afzal. Mohan is more intelligent than Sohan. A live ass is better than a dead lion. He runs faster than Harish. He is not so generous as his brother. He is the best man for the job. So let's come back to bibliography. Acknowledging the source is an important trait of a good researcher. Just think what happens if research scholar doesn't acknowledge the source in his writing. Then it is called as plagiarism. You take somebody's source, pass it as your own, which is an offense in research writing. It's called plagiarism. Don't you think it is the primary duty of a researcher to acknowledge the source of the idea he has borrowed? Each research is built on the previous one, and therefore bibliography is a necessity to build the new one. Right? Let's look at multiple choice questions. Question number 1. What is the first entry in a bibliography format? Publisher, title, name of the author, date of publication. What is the answer? The first entry is name of the author. Right? Look into the second question. Which punctuation separates the title from the subtitle in a bibliography? Is it comma, colon, semicolon, or none of the above? What is the answer? The answer is colon. So, see the third question. What is the underlined part in a bibliography? Name of the author, publication date, publisher, title. What is the answer? The answer is title. Read the fourth question. What is the full form of a MLA in bibliography? Member of Legislative Assembly, Modern Language Association, Monetary Legal Association, or none of the above? What is the answer? It is Modern Language Association. Right? So move to the fifth question. What is plagiarism? Thesis statement, not acknowledging the source, bibliography, or none of the above? The answer is not acknowledging the source is called plagiarism. Sixth question. The word tall is the dash degree. Superlative, comparative, positive, none of the above. The answer is positive degree. Seventh question. Dash and dash transform according to the degree. Adjectives and adverbs, noun and verb, colon and semicolon, none of the above. The answer is adjectives and adverbs. Eighth question. Where are the page numbers of the research article placed in a bibliography? Before the author, after the author, after the title, after the publication date? So the answer is after the publication date. Question number 9. Where do we place bibliography in a research project? At the end of the project, after the acknowledgement, beginning of the project, or in the middle of the research? The answer is at the end of the project. Look into the 10th question. Title of a research article in a bibliography is written within colon, inverted commas, bracket, parenthesis. So the answer is inverted comma. References used in preparing this session are the prescribed text Spectrum 1 for first BBA, first semester BBA, published at Hyderabad by Orient Black Swan Limited in the year 2019. Then the other book, Joseph Gibaldi, MLA Handbook for Writers of Research Papers, 8th edition, East West Press, 2016. Raymond Murphy, title, that is the text, Intermediate English Grammar by Raymond Murphy, 2nd edition, published by Cambridge in the year 1999. Then one more book titled A Practical English Grammar by Thompson, A.J. and A.V. Martinet, 4th edition, published by Oxford Publications in the year 1997. Thank you.